Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. And if we don't happen to see each other over the next couple days, I just want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Whether you're with friends and family or by yourself, I'm thinking of you as we go throughout the next few days, wishing you a very happy Christmas. And I'll get into that forecast for Christmas in just a second. And speaking of Christmas, I was looking back when we've had some tropical systems near Christmas. In Hurricane Lili back in 1984, eventually fell apart on Christmas Eve. But again, that was decades and decades ago. This is one of four hurricanes that have developed in the month of December in the Atlantic Basin. It's rare, but it does happen. This was December 12th through 24th, 1984. Here's the United States, Florida, Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Here's Puerto Rico right here, Antigua and Barbuda. And what happened was there was an old front, here's Bermuda, that moved by and then eventually just kind of left some of that leftover moisture and it spun up and then it swung back around. But by the time it got close to the Dominican Republic, it did fall apart. It did bring some light rain to Puerto Rico, but at that point it was diminishing. But with that said, yes, sometimes you get a hurricane in the month of December, but very rare. Again, that fell apart on Christmas Eve of 1984. I'll get into our Christmas forecast in a moment. Let me get to the setup and what's going on. We've had a few spotty showers, not a lot, but the rain chance is going to continue to pick up, especially in the Western Caribbean. Back through Central America, Jamaica, it's going to be more active the next few days. And then we're going to see a system building in the middle of the U.S. and more fronts that will be moving in, and they will bring weather changes right across the Caribbean over the next week and a half. Talk more about that at the end of this video. But you see, again, some clouds and spots. If you've been dry, you've been on the very warm side. Later today, we'll see things flaring up. Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. Spotty showers with us, even over toward Jamaica. There's that slightly higher chance. Western Caribbean. But Guyana and Suriname, it's also going to stay active, and some of these showers may find us in Trinidad and Tobago and the ABC Islands, Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire. We've had some showers around, and we could see a few more the next couple days. Generally the same setup tomorrow, and then going out in time as we work our way into our Sunday. So as we get into Christmas Eve, I'll get into this in a moment. That area in the Gulf of Mexico, rain chance goes down some as we work our way closer to Christmas. Now, here's the broad picture. So here's Jamaica, for example, Belize, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, watching these fronts here. But look at the middle of the United States. Some rain's going to be building up. This is as we work our way into the weekend. This is Saturday. You see that moisture around parts of northern Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma. We've got one system here, another system kind of pulling into the northeast U.S., but look how it builds up. So this is by the time we get into Christmas Eve. So this is 2 o'clock on Sunday. Heavier rain, northern Gulf states, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, panhandle of Florida. It'll be wet for Santa's arrival, and then some of that rain pushes its way into Florida and then up the East Coast, a big system. But what's going to happen is there's going to be another system really back behind it. This is Christmas Day, by the way, that will eventually move in and move across. And looking way down the road as we get into later next week, we could see a front that moves in for a lot of us, not just in the northern Caribbean, but it may even sink into other sections. So we're going to start to see some of those changes. Now, as promised, that Christmas outlook. So this is Christmas Day on our Monday, getting a look at the rain chance, just very spotty. You see rain chance about 20 to 30%, which means a lot of us will be staying dry. It will be a little higher though. Guyana and Suriname, we're looking at about a 60% chance on Christmas Day. A few other spots for us. Here's the Yucatan. You get back toward Belize, Honduras, Cayman Islands, and again, Jamaica, rain chance over toward Cuba, about 30%, 20 to 30%. So not too terribly high. It will be a little higher. Nicaragua, South, Costa Rica, Panama. Doesn't look like a washout over toward Colombia, but we're looking at a 40 to 50% chance of some rain in our southern zone. So the rain chance actually trends down on Christmas, and then we'll be watching those bigger fronts. I'll get into that in a moment. Back to the west. So Trinidad and Tobago, over the next few days, anywhere from a 30 to 50% chance of those scattered showers. Grenada, we're looking at a 40% chance the next couple days, 30 to 40% chance St. Vincent the Grenadines, and a 40% chance the next couple days in Barbados. St. Lucia, rain chance 40% today, 50% chance tomorrow, and then a 30% chance on Sunday, being Christmas Eve day, and then Martinique, rain chance 20 to 30%. Looking at a 30 to 40% chance this weekend in Dominica, so it will go up a little higher. It doesn't doesn't mean we're going to get a washout. I'm just watching that easterly flow that could bring in a few showers, spotty shower possible in Guadalupe, and looking at about a 20% chance Antigua and Bermuda. Rain chance 10 to 20% chance this weekend, St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat, and a 10% chance the next couple days, Anguilla and St. Bart's. Rain chance about 10 to 20% through the weekend, St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, and a 40% chance the next couple days in Puerto Rico. Could get some passing showers. 20 to 30% chance U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands, and holding on to a 30% chance in the Dominican Republic, some passing showers. 10 to 20% chance, my friends, in Haiti. Back toward the Turks and Caicos, could get a passing shower. Rain chance, though, as I was showing you earlier, a little higher over toward Jamaica. Not a washout, but if you get some showers, leave a little note in the comments. 40 to 50% chance. Cayman Islands looking at about a 40% chance today, 30% chance tomorrow. And across the Bahamas, watching those fronts kind of squeaking by. Cuba, rain chance 20 to 30%, and a 50% chance in Belize, but that rain chance then goes down. I showed you that Christmas Day forecast where the rain chance will only be about 20% in Belize. 40% chance Yucatan and Mexico the next couple of days. A 30% chance of just kind of a spotty shower. So this is, when you see a 30% chance, that's not a super high chance, but in Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, we've had some of those spotty showers that have been around, so we'll see that the next couple. 10 to 20% chance as we move forward in Bermuda, and about a 40% chance Costa Rica, 30% chance on Saturday in Costa Rica, but it will pick up a little bit as we get into Christmas Day. Guyana and Suriname, as I was highlighting earlier, scattered showers are going to be the rule right into next week, Christmas included. Northern Venezuela, 30% chance. So this is what we're kind of looking out for. Jamaica and Belize, the rain chance going up, not all day stuff, but that rain chance is higher. Watching that front kind of move through and develop in the U.S. that will drop into the Gulf this weekend. I was showing you that. And then eventually there'll be another front back behind it that looks like late next week could bring us some cooler weather for many of us in the Caribbean. Sometimes we do get a bigger front that tries to move in. It won't dip as far down as, say, Trinidad and Tobago, but it could clip us by in the northeastern Caribbean. Again, I'll monitor that for late next week and always keep an eye on those earthquakes. So again, if we don't see each other over the next few days, have a very, very Merry Christmas, and thank you for being part of this weather community.